Good morning, YouTube. It is early or late night, depending how you look at it. Wednesday morning in the great state of Texas, and we're hitting you with bonus content because I got to get rid of all this scrap wood that you see here in the corner. I'm moving into a new house, and I've got all this scrap wood, and man, I got to get rid of it. And I thought, what a cool way then to, do some bonus content on Wednesday because, man, that just seems like a cool thing to do. So we got these two leftover blocks that I ordered like 2 years ago almost. Coffee wood, and then the one on the right is gum wood. And I've done some previous projects very early in my woodworking career on YouTube. And I've had these left over. You've probably seen me use these to pour resin on top of or use them as stabilizers. I've used everything with these damn things other than what they're designed for, and that's making bowls. So get the dust off, get the faceplate on there, screw it on, and we're just going to do a really quick down and dirty project. No epoxy in this one. Usually a majority of my projects will have epoxy, but we're just doing something really quick with this, even though this still took me 2.5 hours to do. In the big scheme of woodworking projects, this actually went relatively fast. And got everything screwed up. Now we're just going to throw it on the lathe. We haven't done a pure wood project in so very long. I've done some others that you guys are going to see later on in the year, but I haven't put out anything like that recently. So just decided, you know what? Really good project. Let's get back to our roots, really back to basics, and just make a small little bowl out of like a blank that's already available. So here we are hitting it with the bowl gouge, and then I even busted out my roughing gouge for this one. Haven't used that one in a very long time and had really good results with it. And I was really happy how smooth this went. Everything went, relatively well. Didn't have any major issues with it, and that's saying something because if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, I always have a problem with either one, something flying off the lathe, or just getting super frustrated with the epoxy. So between the roughing gouge and the bowl gouge, just getting that square shaped off into a nice cylinder, and we're getting, not really good shaving, but it's getting down to what we need to. And had an excuse to come out and use my large round carbide tool. And man, this thing cut through this like butter. I have not had a tool this smooth in so very long. Like, you can just tell by the strokes we're making here that we're getting that nice round bottom. It's eating through that gum wood really easy, and no chipping, no crazy breaks. It's just going through like butter. Absolutely love this tool on this piece of wood. I need to do more wood projects overall because it's so smooth. Didn't have to worry about any shards of epoxy like shooting me in the face, which is always a benefit. So now we're just taking our parting tool and we're going to make a mortise on the bottom and get this thing reversed on the chuck. And this didn't take very long. This took a couple of minutes. No real big issues here either. Using the smaller carbide tools versus the larger ones because of the project being so small. And now we're just roughing it up to reverse it on the chuck. And bam! Fits like a glove, real nice and easy, ready to flip it on the lathe. So now we're just taking the faceplate off of it. You can see all the cool tools in the background. Not a whole lot of shavings on this one because it's so small. And this thing had like a coating of wax on it when I bought it, and the faceplate is literally stuck. So I had to end up, getting the chisel to get that off. So once we got it reversed in the chuck, now we're just getting that superficial layer off the surface before we start our gouging portion of it. And this part went really smooth. Again, took no time at all. I would say probably in total, this from start to finish, I know it said the total project took about 2 hours, but the actual working on the bowl itself, maybe 45 minutes. It did not take very long at all. So once we started to gouge, we switched it up between the round carbide tool, square carbide tool, and the actual bowl gouge itself. Used each one of those pretty evenly. Didn't have a lot of issues with either one of them. So the gum wood, it's a soft wood, but there were sections of it that were a little bit harder. So that's why there was so much in between using of all the different tools on this one, and didn't have any real issue. I didn't have any issues. This was probably the smoothest project I've had all year. And that's the great thing about this bonus content. I want to start doing this on Wednesdays and putting out more content for the channel instead of doing our regular Sundays. I have videos scheduled all the way up until early of 2022. So I think, just to keep things fresh and to kind of keep you updated with where my skill set is, I think we're just going to start doing some Wednesday projects like this. Nothing too formal, nothing too crazy. They're probably going to be small projects like this. Because this is just basically where we started. We started with just wood projects when we first started this channel. And getting back to roots and getting back to basics, I think that's a good way to kind of incorporate where we've come from since we've been doing this for almost 3 years now. And plus, it's good content for y'all if you guys like what I'm doing, so you guys get to see the progression, which is, it's always fun to go back and watch these videos for me. So really happy with the depth we got. Here are all the shavings. Again, you guys are used to seeing tons of shavings on the workbench, but this one went really smooth. It's a small blank to begin with, so it's not very large. So just a little bit woodworking chips on there. There's the ring light. And of course, I always wore my face shield on this one because even though it went smooth, always wear safety stuff, people. It'll hit you in the face when you're not expecting it. So now we're ready to start the sanding portion of it. We went from 80, worked all the way up to 320. And then I actually did this in reverse. So 80 all the way up to 320, getting everything roughed out. And you can see some of like the weird texture of the wood a little bit. So we had to do a high grit on this. Usually with the epoxy projects, I started out at about 340, but for pure wood and just, what the wood texture was, went all the way up to 320, starting at 80. So we got a nice smooth finish. As you can see here, we're almost done. About to hit it with that smooth wood wax that I love to use so much, and no color. And then boom, hit it with that color. You can see the cool grain in it. Really beautiful piece. Something simple, something basic. And I couldn't imagine almost 2.5 years ago, showing this to myself and going, hey, one day you're going to be able to do something like this and it's going to turn out great with no problems. So really proud of where we've come. This thing turned out absolutely beautiful. Again, just a real quick and dirty project. Nothing too spectacular. Loved it. Came out really good. Really happy with where my skill set is. And I hope you guys are liking these videos. If you are, subscribe, like it, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Because I think we're going to start doing more projects on Wednesdays and just doing some simple basic stuff. But don't worry, there will still be content on Sundays. And there might even be some new skills that we're going to put in on the channel. Hint, hint, maybe get into knife making and forging. We'll see. But here we are at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the project. Again, this is gum wood. Looks absolutely beautiful. You can see the different grains in it. Really happy the way this turned out. Real simple, easy project. Nothing too complicated. So hope you liked it. Hope you liked Wednesday's bonus projects. And if you do, leave a comment. Let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next project. Peace. Okay, so the project is done. Check out this little dude. So I'm obviously moving, and I probably went over that in the commentary. I got all this scrap wood. I actually have to be gone in 2 weeks out of this house. We're moving to a different location. Got a new house. So I had this. If you've watched my previous videos, you've probably seen this. Hold up stuff, prop stuff up when I'm doing resin pours. This was a gum bowl, or gum wood turned into a bowl, and it turned out really beautiful. I really like this little one. Just a quick, easy, down and dirty project. Haven't done just a pure wood project in so long. So I was really happy the way this turned out. Hope you guys got something out of it. I think I'm going to start posting bonus videos on a Wednesday and putting them in there in between our regular schedule on Sunday, because I have videos scheduled all the way already until early 2022. And that's only because of work obligations. I never know what my schedule is going to be like, or if I have to go somewhere and I'm not going to be able to work in the garage. So that's a big reason why I do it. But I like these other little projects. I literally did this today. Today is July 13th. You guys are going to watch this tomorrow morning on the 14th in the morning. Or I might post this at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after the gym. So who knows. But there it is. Easy little bowl. Really happy with the way it turned out. It looks a lot better than some of the other projects I've done over, the course of my, entry into wood turning. But really like it. I'm going to do some more of these. So hopefully, if you like the Wednesday projects in between our regular projects, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, share, like, all that good stuff that every YouTuber says. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next project. All right, peace.